Hello, Majestic Council. It's Majestic. And today I just want to have a real quick talk about ignorance. We're going to have a part 2 about this next, but I just want to get a little bit into it now because it's on my mind right now. And like I said, I'm speaking my mind on here, and like-minded people can chime in and we can find this out together. But the reason I'm bringing up ignorance today is because I go on Instagram Reels, and you know how you get caught up in watching shorts and Reels all night. You be in the middle of the night watching Reels and stuff. And you know how the algorithm goes by. If you watch the same topic 3 times, they'll just fill your whole story with that for the time being. So I was watching a lot of Kemet stuff. I was watching a lot of wild videos like dragons flying around in Ireland, like Scottish fights and stuff like that. I'm watching all type of stuff, but that's not the point. The point is I go in the comments and you got people in the comments and I'm not even necessarily talking about the guys who always be like, video is fake. Source, trust me, bro. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the people who would agree with it and be like, yeah, this is my village. This is where I'm from. This happens all the time. And then you'll read a comment under his replying to him like, your whole tribe is a lie, or that's cap, you lying. How can you tell somebody that stays somewhere about their traditions? See, and I think this is one of the greatest deceptions, because I don't think the great deception was one thing. I think it was multiple things. But one great deception was making us debate about stuff that don't really matter. Like sports, that's fine. Boxing, all that, NBA, NFL, MMA, even down to soccer, we can argue and fight about. But when it comes down to stuff like religions and stuff families taught them down and down, that's like telling a guy who really loved his grandma that's in the Latin community that everything his grandma told him is a lie. If you know about Hispanic grandmothers, you would know that bro would be very offended and he'll probably get on you like a new record. It's like telling somebody like, oh yeah, everything people told you is a lie. And that's technically not true. When people say, oh, that's a lie, this false, this cap, it's not that it's false or it's lying or it's cap. It's just how you perceive things. This is the deception, not necessarily the debate. It's how you perceive what's in front of you. Now, it's kind of like the trend that went on social media a few years back with the white and gold dress versus the blue and black dress. To me, you could say that somebody has a color problem, or it's two different pictures, and they just playing with y'all mind like idiots to have y'all fight over 2 different pictures, thinking it's the same picture and think people got color problems with their eyes and stuff. A lot of people do. Some people do, some people don't though. But if people who got eye problems and don't are agreeing on one specific color and then seeing another picture and agreeing that's the same color, then I'm starting to think it might have been 2 pictures. Now back to it. A person would comment under that if you was like, okay, this dress is white and gold. A comment would be like, obviously you're blind and you don't see nothing because obviously it's green and black. But that ain't even a color that was even brought up. It was either white and gold or blue and black. But it'll be a random guy who will come out of nowhere and argue everybody about a color he see that nobody sees. Why is the question? The question is why? That's it. We gotta stop debating people's belief system and oral traditions from their families and whatever they research themselves to believe in their whole heart. Because I thought the whole purpose of this whole thing was to find things about ourselves and make heaven on earth, because that's the real paradise. Not find out the truth about everybody else's life and then correlate it with yourself to make heaven on earth according to everybody else's way. No, this is your life, your soul connected to the divine consciousness, and you're supposed to do things that set out your way, just like the book is written. Well, according to God of War and Kratos, things that be written can be changed. I gotta keep bringing up that game because Kratos is just a guy that shows you that stuff can be written for you. But that don't mean you gotta play by the rules. Because that's just like saying, if it's written for us, that means history repeats itself. Then if it repeats itself, that means you should know what's happening next. And if you know what's happening next in a few years, why won't you do what you can to stop it if you quote unquote know already if the same stuff happened? So my thing is, if you don't know, then the same person you debating, you should get with that person, talk to that person and see what they know and what you know and try to put it together with SRR. Sound right and reasoning. Because that's what I do. Like, I don't argue with people. I barely even, like, the only time I really debate with my friends is sports, NBA, NFL. But when it comes to talking about like this type of stuff that we're talking about in the Majestic Council right now, we take this serious. We don't even say, nah, you bugging, or nah, you lying, you chill. We say, let me add on to your knowledge, my brother. Or we say, let me add to that. Or I understand what you coming from, but think about it like this. Or I understand where you coming from, but have you seen this though? Or at least like a nah, I think it's like this, bro. For real, I think it's like this. And then say what you gotta say. But you ain't gotta do the most. You ain't gotta say everything a person believes in is wrong and what you think is right, because this is one thing I've learned. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say on this, and then we're gonna go to part 2. If somebody arguing with you about any religion or anything, ask them if they read the whole book of whatever they believe in. And if they never read that whole book, do not respond to them. Do not talk to them. Because never talk to nobody about something they never even read the basic book to know about the beginning knowledge of whatever they trying to argue with you about, that side they own. You know why? Because they watched a bunch of YouTube videos, did not read, and just wanted people to give them the answer so they can write it down and be like, I remember reading this, and what he's saying is going great, but I ain't gonna read because he already said it. I ain't even gotta look it up. That's another problem. We'll speak more on this later. Stay majestic. Peace.